Why are adventure and dual sport bikes getting heavier? It's a common complaint from anyone who has been adventure riding for years. The vast majority of new adventure models are heavy beasts based on road bikes. Why is there so little focus on new adventure bikes and big bore dual sport bikes under 170 kilograms? I like to complain regularly about this issue. But then I decided to actually try and find out why it's an issue. Here are some possible reasons. ABS. Automatic braking systems are required in many countries now for larger bikes, which always adds some weight. Fuel injection. Emission laws have made this very popular, and it typically adds a few kilograms along with other anti-pollution gear. Emission laws also favour twin-cylinder engines, which create far less emissions than single-cylinder engines. It's also cheaper for manufacturers to just adventurise an existing road bike, which is always at least 2 cylinders. Change the suspension, slap on a windscreen, add some engine guards, a rear rack, possibly beef up the frame, done. A new adventure model, which is usually heavier than the already heavy road model. Any serious attempt at a large but very light adventure bike is going to be very expensive. An example, BMW's HP2, a 1200 that weighed only 175 kilograms dry, but was ridiculously expensive. There is also the possibility that the overall market simply isn't that interested in sub 170 kilogram bikes. Look at European models that failed to gain a big following and were discontinued. The Husqvarna TE610 and 630, the CCM GP450, SWM RS650R and Super Dual, Husqvarna's Terra. I suspect the demand for lighter models isn't that high, and existing models like the KTM 690, DR650, XR650L and CRF 450L are more than enough to meet demand. Some have also argued that the modern adventure rider is also more interested in mostly riding on highways and perhaps the occasional easy dirt road. So a big road-oriented bike is going to suit them better. The past decade has seen massive sales of SUV and four-wheel drive cars that are rarely driven off-road, but it has become a fashion trend. Some moto journalists argue we are seeing a similar trend with adventure riding.
BMW, your first choice for all coffee shop adventures. Our $40,000 upgrade includes an espresso machine, bean storage, barista training manual, and foot-operated bean grinder.
Finally, manufacturers know that many countries will soon only allow imports of electric bikes. So manufacturers are less likely to put serious money into development of our carbon-emitting beasts. When I look over this list, I can see why there is very little focus on lighter adventure bikes and big bore dual sport bikes, but I can't say I'm happy about it. And of course, there are times a big, heavy bike works out well, carrying a passenger, loaded heavily for long trips involving camping. If you mainly ride highways, it will be more comfortable, less affected by wind, and heaps of power for overtaking. What do you guys think? Are adventure bikes getting a bit too heavy for your liking? Or do you like the current range on offer? Keen to hear your thoughts.